Welcome to the Retreat Leaders Podcast, the show for visionary coaches, healers, wellness pros, and small business owners who aren't just here to host another feel-good getaway, but to build a profitable, impactful retreat business. I'm your host, Shannon Jamail, retreat strategist, business mentor, and owner of a 46-acre retreat center. I've hosted over 100 retreats around the world, and I've made every mistake so you don't have to. Each week, we'll dive into the mindset, marketing, money, business, and mechanics behind sold-out, profitable retreats. Plus, hear from expert guests who are walking the talk. Whether you're planning your first retreat or scaling your 100th, you're in the right place. Welcome to the show. Hey, welcome back to the Retreat Leaders Podcast. It's Shannon. Happy New Year. This is the first podcast of 2026. That doesn't sound right. Oh my goodness. Anyways, welcome to the new year. I thought it would be good to start off our new year talking about something that is relevant to everybody, no matter where you are in your journey, and it's relevant to everything you do. And that is just understanding that everything you do either attracts or repels. It either attracts who you want to work with or it repels those who are not a good fit with you. And this is a good thing. It's a good thing that that's what's happening because everything that you put out in the world is doing something. You may not realize it, but it is. Whether it's your website, your social posts, your emails, your videos, your podcast interviews, all of it is either attracting the right people to you or repelling the wrong ones that are just not a fit. And before that word repel makes you uncomfortable, I want you to stay with me, please. Because repelling is not only normal, it's necessary if you want to sustain your business long-term, especially in the retreat world. I know it seems counterintuitive to what we do, especially in this space, but attraction is only half of the conversation. We talk about attraction more than anything else. We talk a lot about attraction in business, manifestation, alignment, calling in your people. And yes, that of course matters a lot. But what rarely gets talked about is that if you don't repel anyone, you're probably being too generic. You're trying to be liked by everyone, which waters down your message, your energy, and your leadership. And watered down leadership creates confused audiences, low conversion, and honestly, just misaligned guests or clients or people that you ideally work with. Because listen to me closely. You are not for everyone, and that's not a mistake or a flaw. You're not for everyone. I'm going to go first. I am not a fit for people who are offended by cursing. If you know me at all, you know that. People who need a rigid structure at all times. People who just cannot go with the flow. People who want transformation without responsibility or just that victim mindset in general. And that's okay. It's okay. Do I want everyone to like me? Of course. I'm human. Most of us do feel that way. But do I need everyone to like me or want to work with me? Absolutely not. And truth be told, I want you to like me, but I don't care if you don't, because that's a good thing that we're not a fit if we're not a fit. Nobody wastes time. Nobody wastes energy. Nobody gets caught up in something that's just not a right fit. Not everyone is a right fit. And when someone doesn't resonate with me, that's not rejection. That's clarity. It's information. It means neither of us has to force something that was never meant to fit. Not all of us are perfect Lego pieces that fit together. That's what makes the world so fucking cool, is that we are all so different. We have so many different talents and perspectives and cultures and backgrounds and all of these really neat, unique things, but they don't always all fit together. You can honor them. You can respect them. You can, have love for somebody from a distance, whatever you want to call it, but it doesn't mean that it always fits. And this is true for you as much as it is for me, and it's true for your retreat business because repelling the wrong people protects your energy and your business. Hey guys, Shannon cutting in here real quick. Listen, the Retreat Industry Forum is happening May 14th through 17th in Denver, Colorado, and it's not your average feel-good conference. This is where bold retreat leaders, venue owners, industry pros, small business entrepreneurs come together to disrupt, challenge, and advance what's possible in our industry. You'll get cutting-edge strategy, real-world business tools, and high-level conversations about profitability, innovation, and sustainability without the fluff or kumbaya. Join myself, my friend Erin and Allison, along with other powerhouse leaders for 3 immersive days of connection, collaboration, and serious business growth, plus an exclusive VIP experience for those ready to go even deeper. Get all the details and grab your ticket now at retreatindustryforum.com. This isn't just another event, you guys. It's the movement that's reshaping the future of the retreat world. So let's look at it the other way. Here's what happens when you try to appeal to everyone. You attract guests who don't respect your boundaries. You host retreats that feel heavy or draining. You deal with constant complaints, refunds, and friction. Yes, this is true. You feel like you are babysitting instead of leading. When your messaging, though, is super clear, the wrong people self-select out. And that is a gift. I know it might seem like the opposite, but I promise it is. Because it protects your nervous system, your staff, your other guests, your reputation, and most importantly, your joy. Because strong leadership is not about pleasing everyone. It's about standing firmly in who you are and respecting that. I do have, though, a very important side note. And this is where some of you probably will disagree with me. Maybe most of you will. And this is where I don't care. Because there's a difference between polarizing versus purposeful. I see this in the retreat space. I see this everywhere in the world. But I'm really seeing this in the retreat space, which is so unfortunate. And I do not recommend it. I don't recommend it. Posting highly polarizing content, especially political or any anti-focused messaging, and calling it being authentic. Because here's the thing, those posts aren't actually pro anything. They're anti-something. Anti-people, anti-groups, anti-humanity, even if they're the opposite of you or your beliefs or whatever, it's anti. And while these beliefs and thoughts and feelings may be deeply personal and important to you, as a business owner, these kinds of posts usually do more harm than good, period. That's not because your beliefs don't matter, they do. But how you express them does matter. It does matter. Consideration is to be pro what you stand for, not anti who you are against. There's a quote often attributed to Mother Teresa that I love. And she was said to have said, I will never attend an anti-war rally. If you have a pro-peace rally, invite me. That's leadership. Being pro-peace is very different from being anti-war. Being pro-healing is very different from being anti-people. Being pro-connection is different from being anti-ideology. When content is rooted in anger, blame, or division, it repels more than just the wrong people. It repels trust. It repels safety. It repels openness. And honestly, at the core of what retreats are, we need all 3 of those. We need trust, safety, and openness, regardless of beliefs, culture, viewpoints, regardless. And your job as a retreat leader isn't to convince or divide in an anti-way. It is to create space. So please hear me when I say this. Those posts, those anti-posts, are doing you more harm than good. They're not doing what you think they are doing. So consider stopping that shit. Okay? All right. What all of this means for your retreat business, moving on, is that your brand should clearly communicate who you serve, what kind of energy people can expect, what kind of people will thrive in your spaces. But doing this in a way that's grounded and human and expansive, once again, not combative, right? It's not about hiding who you are. You do need to lead with intention, and the right people will feel it The wrong people will move on, and everyone wins. Everyone wins when you're being authentically, authentically you in a beautifully human, open, safe way. Think about that, okay? And our final thoughts here are to just remember that everything you do attracts or repels. Everything you do. And it's not something to fear, it's something to use wisely. Be clear, be honest, be rooted in what you're for. And when you lead that way, you don't just build your retreat business. You're building trust and alignment and longevity. And of course, I'm going to say this, but if you need help with that, with refining your messaging, your leadership voice, your brand, so it attracts the right people and filters out the rest, that's exactly what we do in my Retreat Leader memberships. If you're interested, you can find the information in the show notes. And we will be talking about this at the Retreat Industry Forum in May. Listen, guys, I am so excited for 2026. I'm excited to see what you create. I'm excited to see what you attract. I'm excited to see what we accomplish this year. Thanks for tuning in to the Retreat Leaders Podcast. If you love this episode, please make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your retreat besties. Want more support? Grab free resources at theretreatleadersplaybook.com. Until next time, lead boldly, serve deeply, and retreat profitably.